Hey, my name's Izzy, this is Rolling Virtual Cards, coming at you with another Commander deck build. This time we got Celeborn the Wise. This is a 3 and a green for a 3/3 Elf Noble. With the following effects. When you attack with one or more elves, scry one. When you scry, Celeborn the Wise gets +1/+1 till end of turn for each card looked at while scrying this way. So Celeborn is just scry. I gave it the deck scry and hit. You want to scry a lot, either multiple times, because each, like if you scry like 5 times, you're going to get +1 5 times. But if you scry 5 once, you get +5 as well. And fill it with elves. So let's hit people with Celeborn the Wise. His eyes were keen and as lances in starlight, and yet profound, the wells of deep. Agrathon is an enchantment that allows you to draw a card. Is an enchantress, which means when you cast an enchantment, you draw a card. Lothlorien Lookout. When it attacks, you scry one. So if it attacks, it's an elf, so you're going to put a 1/1 counter on it for attacking, although it is an elf itself, so you're going to scry anyway. But then it also scries, so that gives another buff. Sanctum Weaver is here, because it's enchantment. And I made this an enchantment deck because auras, it's a Voltron deck. But Sanctum Weaver is here because enchantments is going to be in here, good ramp in that regard. Taps for X, where X is the number of, for X mono, where X is the number of enchantments you control. Eternal Witness here is great return. Glorfindel Dauntless, Glorfindel Dauntless Rescuer. When it enters, when you scry, you choose one, and Glorfindel gets a +1/+1 until it gets +1/+1 until turn. It must be blocked this turn if able, or it can't be blocked by more than one creature this turn. Making it be blocked means you can get in with your commander. Cetizen Champion, Verdurian Enchantress, Adelana Blossom are all enchantresses that just draw you cards off casting enchantments or enchantments into the battlefield. And Naya, God of the Hunt, is a way to give your commander trample, so he can hit in, and a great dump for mana to give your commander just that little bit more. Sorceries, you got like Elven Farsight, which scries 3, and then you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, draw it. Not running a lot of creatures, but having that nice scry 3 is great because that's just a +3 to your commander. Nature's Lore, Rampant Growth, 3 visits are all ramp, and then Track Down is scry 3, then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card or land card, draw it. So it's slightly better than Elven Sight in that regard because it's not just creature. If it's a creature card, draw it. If it's a creature or land card, draw it. But it's 2 instead of 1. Take your pick. They're just decent draws or scries. Not a lot of scries in mono green to be not to be surprised. So, Beast Within is an instant that just allows you to remove any target. Not a lot of interaction in this deck because you're just trying to go fast and hit hard. Ramp. Darksteel, look at the top card of your library. This says scry nowadays. Ramp, this is scry, pay 5, scry 1, then draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. So you can get it pretty low. Not super low though, I think like a little less. Sunset Paradise does have the scry on it. Swift Foots is here for protection, but since you do want to target him with auras, you can't run Shroud. Crystal Bar, scry 2. Livecraft Species, scry 2 to your Gupkeeps. And Certain Steppers, Seer's Lantern is a scry 1. This is also ramp, and this is also draw a card. Here's your 38 enchantments. Abundant Growth is going to give you ramp and draws you a card. Keen Sense is card draw. Raincore gives him trample. +2. This is going to be card draw. When on hits, this is Reach and Totem Armor. The main thing here is Totem Armor gives protection from board wipes and stuff. Utopia Sprawl and Wild Growth are ramp. Alpha Authority gives it so that it has hexproof and can't be blocked by more than one creature. Canopy Cove gives it flying, basically flying. Can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. And gives it hexproof. Fail of Gale Gald scries 2, and then you put 2 1/1 counters on target creature you control, which is going to buff him permanently, and then until end of turn, target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, draw 2 cards. Then that creature fights up to 1. When this creature dies, draw 2 cards. Then that creature fights up to 1 other target creature. I don't understand that last part necessarily, but I know it draws your cards. Fertile Ground here, when you channel land, it's tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 mana of any color to it. So this is going to be more ramp. In Search of Greatness, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a permanent spell from your hand with converted mana cost 1 plus the highest converted mana cost among other permanents you control, without paying its mana cost. If you don't, scry one. So if you don't have like a 5-drop because you have a 4-drop, you scry one. That's why it's there. Its downside is good. Kinrith's Transformation is just removal and draws you a card. Lingen Fire is removal but draws you a card. Ordeal of Nylea. When enchanted creature attacks, you put a 1 counter on it. Then if there's 3 more 1 counter, sacrifice it. When you sacrifice, search the library for 2 basic land cards. So this is ramp, but also buffing your commander. Seal of Primordial's interaction. Seasons of Growth. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you scry one. And when you cast a spell that targets a creature, you control, draw a card. So this is going to draw you cards off of each aura you cast, but it's also going to scry you a card each time a creature enters the battlefield. Sylvan Anthem gives green creatures get +1/+1, and when a green creature enters the battlefield, you scry one. Sylvan Libraries, card advantage. Wolf Willow Haven, enchant lands, tap for mana, adds green. And then you can sacrifice to make a wolf. Ancestral Masks gives it +2/+2 for each enchantment on play, so that's going to make it really big. Blanchwood Armor gives it +1/+1 for each forest you control, which is really big. Boar Umbra gives it +3/+3, but also Totem Armor. Colossal Majesty, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw cards. That's a draw each turn usually. Elvis Guidance, the land taps for an extra. Enchanted land is tapped for mana. Its controller adds green for each one of her mana pool for each elf you play. So you have, it's at least a +1. Sorry for the cough there. Enchantress Presence, it's an enchantress, but an enchantment. Gifts of Paradise is going to give you life gain, but also ramp you. Hydra's Growth is going to double the 1/1 counters on your commander each turn, making it bigger and bigger. New Horizon is ramp, but you also put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control when it's the battlefield. Overgrowth is ramp. Snake Umbra is card advantage and Totem Armor, and a +1/+1. Song of Druids is interaction. Squirrel's Nest gives you a squirrel each turn, which is just a good thing if your opponents make you sack stuff. Bear Umbra is going to be ramp, +2/+2, and Totem Armor. Guardian Project, when a non-token creature enters the battlefield, you're going to be drawing cards. Asceticism gives hexproof to creatures you control, and you can regenerate them. Colossification makes your creature a +20/+20, which is fun. And Eldrazi Conscript, this is the +10/+10, it has Trample and Annihilate too. And then we have some 33 mountains and then 2 lands that scry you. You don't have a lot of creatures, unfortunately. You're only running like 9, so some of those creature ramps might not be the best, or creature draw cards might not be the best. But you can always work around that. Yeah, the whole point here is just to keep pushing and beat the crap out of people with a Celeborn, and then get that little extra scry in to buff him. This deck will get better the more scry there is in one of them. Anyway, have a nice day. Peace.